Alright guys, little update on some things. I know about a week ago or so, I had a video talking about how I wanted to start deadlifting and squatting again. But I gotta say, man, I tried to, and my back is already hurting, so I'm gonna say, screw it. I feel like my lifting days in terms of squatting and deadlifting heavy weights are over. Which I'm okay with. I mean, as I was saying in that same video, it's not really gonna be beneficent to my climbing anyway. No climber I know who's really good deadlifts or squats seriously. You know what I mean? In fact, many of the elite climbers don't lift weights at all. All they do is climb and do like hangboarding and all that kind of stuff. So, screw it. I'm gonna start doing more gymnastics as a supplement to climbing and just climb, more and climb harder. You know what I mean? That being said, one more thing I want to discuss before I show you a cool little something you may have never seen before. Excuse me as I stumble over my words. I'm very excited about this. Nick Jenkins. If you're not following him on YouTube, you should give him a follow, give him a little subscription. Cool guy. He wanted me to show some overcoming isometrics with the 3-inch pinch block. But I gotta say, buddy, I don't really care to do that because it's super boring to look at. I mean, it's a static overcoming isometric, and I'm just pretty much in a kneeling position, pulling from above. My arm is also... Okay, you know what? I'll show you basically what it looks like. It's not very interesting. I do it first thing in the morning. And I'm basically in this position, and I'm pulling as hard as I can. I've got it rigged up to a pull-up bar above me, and I'm just pulling it, and it's not moving. You know what I mean? That's pretty much the technique. Super boring to look at, man. I'm not gonna bother posting that. No offense or anything. But, yeah, I do it first in the morning. I don't really feel like looking at my phone that early in the morning. I'm talking about like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I'm not trying to look at my phone that early. I'm trying to keep those dream juices flowing, so to speak. Because I feel like right after waking is the very best time to do these kind of overcoming isometrics or static isometric exercises. Because you're still in this kind of somewhat altered state of consciousness, and I feel like I can draw more power of will, so to speak. I don't want to interrupt, the state of consciousness, all these like hormones still going on in my brain, chemicals popping off, by looking at my phone and videoing something. So, sorry, but I'm not gonna video that. It's literally the same thing as I was doing with the wooden holds I've shown before. So I was doing with the sphere, you know what I mean? Lock off strength, same exact shit, man. So that's what it is. And before you're like, well, what's the point of that? Overcoming isometrics are super beneficial, okay? I'm not gonna get totally into it. Dog going off. But, getting interrupted by dogs over here. I'm not gonna get totally into it, but essentially, it's just like pulling as hard as you can. And it's like that unstoppable force versus the immovable object, So it's all about nervous system strengthening and tendon strengthening at specific angles. And I choose to do 90-degree angles because typically at a right joint angle, you can draw more power at that angle. It's just, physics or whatever. Leverage, stuff like that. I can also easily co-contract let's say like my biceps with my triceps at that angle. 90 degrees and also completely straight. It's pretty much the only way you can get like a balance of antagonist and agonist work, in my experience, unless you're just super, super good at muscle control. Now, the cool thing I want to share, I'm going to start training front levers a little more seriously. I'm going to do it in a false grip. Okay? It's harder to use a false grip, alright? I've done this with back levers in the past, and I have super long limbs, So it's somewhat easy for me to do these like lever skills on gym rings because I have long limbs. But when I use a false grip, it puts me at a little bit of a disadvantage, actually, because I'm shortening my levers, making it more difficult, and also targeting the wrist and the forearm flexors a lot more. And I also find it really gets to like the pinky and ring finger, just where the rings are. Now I'm going to share a little warm-up I do. I haven't done it in a long time. We'll see if I can still do it. That I use for the false grip. Okay, this is basically a plank on the back of the hands. Alright guys, I'm back with a better camera angle. Now, if you're not used to this, don't get into the plank immediately. You want to kind of warm up to it. It might take several months to accomplish this. It doesn't really matter, because the point is, it's a warm-up for the false grip, okay? Eventually you can do a full plank. That'll give you all kinds of tendon strength, but it's not a prerequisite, if you will, for the false grip. It's going to help you with the false grip, but it's not a prerequisite. Anyway, so start here, alright? Fingers close to your knees, and you want to externally rotate the shoulders, pack the lats and all that good stuff. Okay, you don't want your shoulders up here and your neck. Okay, get them away from you. And from here, you're just going to close and open the fingers. It's going to really help stretch and pump up the forearm flexors, okay? Well, excuse me, stretch the forearm extensors while pumping up the flexors, alright? Now when you get stronger, mess around with scooting your knees back even more, okay? But don't be in a rush, because you can easily injure yourself, and you'll feel this is kind of painful at first. Alright, so if you feel the pain, don't go so far. Go where it's comfortable, okay? Or somewhat comfortable. It's not exactly the most comfortable exercise. Alright? Now eventually you can do a full freaking plank. Okay? And do the same thing. Alright? And honestly, I'm kind of shocked I can still do that because it's been quite a long time since I practiced false grip. Or those planks in general. So that's a little tip, guys. Again, don't be in a rush for that. Take it easy. Don't go where it's painful, like any stretch. Don't go where it's painful. Go where it's somewhat uncomfortable. Wait till it's comfortable, and then progress it. Alright? Anyway, just wanted to share that real quick, and also, talk about this stuff prior. Yeah, whatever. I'm done. Anyway, that's it, guys. Peace.